Alright, so y'all already know I'm doing my Elvis stuff. Love doing my Elvis music, whatever, interviews, all that good stuff. But this is a Wayne Newton interview about Elvis Presley. Just accidentally ran across that, but decided to check it out, see what Wayne Newton is talking about. And so, yeah, let's just jump right into the video.
We have here a mock-up of actually a poster featuring pictures from his new album, which I assume is due out to be released any day now.
It'll be January 15th.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to focus. It's okay to shoot the picture, but I want to focus on one of the tunes. The last tune mentioned here, the letter.
You want to talk about that?
I want you to tell me about that.
That is a song that I co-wrote with Rick Goodman, John Minnick, and Kat McCrone. And the story is, Ralph, that in 1976, in Elvis Presley's last appearance at the Las Vegas Hilton, by his bed he had a little notepad, and he wrote some words down. He wrote actually kind of a message to God and to himself, and crumpled it up and threw it in the waste paper can. And one of his guys evidently retrieved it, kept it. About 7 or 8 months ago, this note showed up in a Sotheby auction sale. And some people called me knowing of my friendship with Elvis. And when I heard what the note said, it just tore my heart out, and I bought it. Somehow that got out, and Elvis fans from around the world started to write me wanting copies of this letter, of this note. So that's when we decided to write a song around it. And so we did. So that's the story of the letter.
All right, with the exception of what was in the letter.
I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it said, I'm finally alone. I'm glad they're all gone now. I probably won't rest tonight. I have no need for all of this. Help me, Lord.
You think he was addressing?
Wow, that's deep, y'all. That's really deep. Like, he's glad they're all gone, and he has no need for all of this. That's some deep stuff. But that just goes to show you never know what people are dealing with like where they are mentally. You could be around somebody every single day, and they could seem like the happiest, most positive person ever, but they can literally be battling their own demons. Like, for real, mental health is something.
His fame, show business, that sort of thing?
I think he was addressing his loneliness. He had by that time become quite a recluse. And
you knew him rather well, didn't you?
We were very close friends.
He used to come out on stage and say, "Hi, I'm Wayne Newton"?
He did, many, many times. And it's on several of the live records that he did from the Hilton.
Was he easy for you to get close to?
Very. He was a wonderful human being. I mean, I have refused to read any of the books surrounding him, his life, simply because none of them mirrored the person that I knew and loved as a friend.
Was he interested in what you thought of him as a performer?
I think that he was interested in what the world thought of him, which is why he became so very unhappy toward the end.
All right, now let me rephrase that. Often entertainers are interested in what other entertainers think because they know that they will give you some sort of response coming from the viewpoint of an entertainer. Did you think Elvis, despite all of his success, needed some kind of positive reinforcement?
Not so much of what he was on stage, because obviously that got fed, by an audience. And I think that when performers talk, we talk in a much more technical way. As you know, we will say things like, was the bass loud enough?
Yes.
Could you hear it? Terry McMillan on the harmonica did that.
Y'all, listening to this makes me think about different avenues. Like, people, of course, say Elvis used drugs or whatever the case may be because he wanted to. But it's easy to say that, but I'm just curious, could it have been a coping mechanism. Yeah, he was happy on stage, like Wayne Newton just said, but off stage, dealing with the ridicule, dealing with the press, dealing with all this racism talk, dealing with he's a song thief. Like, he's been labeled as so many different things off stage, and I'm sure that had a heavier toll on him because people don't realize sometimes when you're dealing with stuff mentally, it'll destroy you physically. So I'm just a little curious.
Those kind of things that from a public point of view probably wouldn't even cross their minds, but those are the kind of things that we as performers kind of hinge on, I think.
Did you ever compare notes on? Did you like this room when you played it?
Many times, many times. And we would talk about people that we had in common in our lives. Did we like being married? Did we not like being married? The things that guys talk about.
Did Elvis, and I certainly would not invade your privacy, but did he reveal things to you that he's not revealed to anyone else?
Well, toward the end, we had quite a conversation one night in his dressing room where he talked about his loneliness, his love for his daughter, the fact that he felt for him it was pretty much over. The conversation went on about 2 hours, and he was very troubled.
You mean he was prophesying his own death?
I believe that, yes. I mean, in retrospect, I didn't realize it then necessarily, but certainly in retrospect.
Well, he was a great entertainer, so are you. I'm sure he valued your opinion.
I appreciate that.
All right, so yeah, that was a very interesting interview. It really, for me, shed light on him in a totally different way. Like, and to think after his passing or whatever, just to know that so many people who so-called wrote for him all those years are the main ones who turned around and used what they knew, and of course added some other stuff to it and wrote all these books and like basically helped the people who were already against him and saying all this stuff about him. They basically joined that clan and kind of turned on him, and I think it's fucked up. And in my opinion, he had to have known that. Like, you see stuff behind the scenes, you pick up on different vibes and all this type of stuff. So for him to be surrounded by so many people who so-called loved him, and I'm not saying that there were some that were not genuine, because I'm sure he had people around him who genuinely loved him. The guy was great, he had a nice personality, a lot going for himself, but the ones who were not genuine, the ones who were actually fake, like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I think people just kind of sort of know, but that still speaks of what kind of man he was to have known that, but still, not change. You know what I'm saying? People change, but he didn't change. So, but anyway, that's that interview with Wayne Newton. Let me know what you think about that. Like I said, it really shed light on some things for me, not in a negative way, but in a more positive way. Like I don't know. I already appreciate Elvis for who he is, but I just have a greater appreciation in knowing that, sometimes you got the weight of the world on your shoulders. People are so judgmental. They so quick to talk down bad about you or whatever, but ain't nothing changed. I mean, here it is 2019, and it's done got worse. Famous people are doing a whole lot worse than what he was doing. So, but anyway, Elvis is still a great man. Nobody can change that. Here I am discovering him way in 2019, and he was relevant way back in 1940, 50, whatever. And the man still has made a positive impact on me. Like his drive, his stamina, his story, his songs, all of that stuff. It tells a story. It really does. But like, comment, subscribe. Also, let me know what you think about this interview and what was said. I'm out.